He didn't come to play it safe. He came to spit fire. And now, after another brutal loss, the fire may be fading. But is Michael Chandler really finished? Or is the storm still raging? When Michael Chandler entered the UFC in 2021, he wasn't just a new fighter from Bellator. He was a man on a mission, a wrecking ball with a cause. From the moment he sent Dan Hooker crashing to the canvas in his first fight, the message was clear. Chandler was here, and he wasn't going to tiptoe his way to a title. He was going to charge through flames for it. That knockout wasn't just clean. It was violent, fast, and sharp. The UFC world stood still. This guy wasn't just hype, he was real. And when he grabbed the mic after that first fight and shouted, "There's a new king in the lightweight division," fans believed it. He got a title shot against Charles Oliveira in just his second UFC fight. And for a round, it looked like fate. But it wasn't. Oliveira weathered the storm and came back to knock Chandler out in the second. A brutal, painful reminder of how fast things change in the UFC. Still, no shame. Chandler came back, and what followed next was war. Against Gaethje, Chandler didn't just fight. He bled, laughed, roared, and created what many called the fight of the year. The kind of chaos that gets burned into UFC history. He lost, but his value somehow rose. Then came a KO of Tony Ferguson so cruel, so sudden, that even people who doubted him had to stop. A front kick from hell. Tony went stiff midair. Chandler didn't just beat him. He changed Ferguson's career in one strike. But now, the shine is fading. After losing to Dustin Poirier via third-round submission, Chandler disappeared for over a year. Why? Because he was chasing the big prize, Conor McGregor. The two coached UF 31. The hype was huge. Trash talk flew. Dates were teased, then pushed back. But the fight never happened. And in the shadows of that hype, Chandler was getting older. Time was passing, and fans were growing impatient. Then, in April 2025, UFC 314, he returned. But not against McGregor. Against a very different opponent, Paddy, the Baddie, Pimblett. This was supposed to be Chandler's comeback. A chance to put a loudmouth rising star in his place and get back on track. But instead, the worst happened. From round one, Chandler looked off. Slower. Flat. Paddy wasn't doing anything special, but he didn't need to. Chandler's timing was gone. His footwork, slow. Pimblett, with his usual confidence, hit him again and again. And in round three, Chandler was dropped, hard. The ref stepped in. TKO. Stunned silence. This wasn't a war like Gaethje or Poirier. This wasn't a loss filled with heart. This was a man being outmatched. Chandler fell to 225 in the UFC. And suddenly, the question everyone whispered became a roar. Is it over? By the numbers, Chandler's record is hurting. He's 38 years old. He hasn't won since May 2022. His ranking dropped to number 12. Meanwhile, Pimblett jumped to number 8, proving himself as a real threat. But numbers don't tell the full story of Michael Chandler. Because this man isn't just a fighter. He's a brand, a mindset, a model of hard work and toughness. While the world picked apart his performance, Chandler posted pictures with his son, smiling. He said, "I've already won." And in a way, he's not wrong. He's financially set, loved by fans, respected by Dana White, who called him our Archerogutti, never the champion, but always the show stealer. So what now? Does Chandler retire? He could. Nobody would blame him. He's given everything. He's been in wars, broken bones, and still came out proud. But knowing Chandler, he's not done. Not like this. This is a man who thrives when the odds are against him. He doesn't want to go out with a TKO loss to Pimblett. He wants one more shot, one more war, one more night where the crowd is screaming and his fists are flying like thunder. And there are choices. A big matchup with Rafael dos Anjos, a final fight with Tony Ferguson too, a tough fight against a rising star like Renato Moicano. Even that long-lost McGregor bout isn't fully dead, especially if Conor wants a comeback win. And here's the truth, Chandler still sells. His walkouts, his speeches, his iron attitude. That stuff doesn't fade with age. It's timeless. Yes, his title hopes are gone. But not every fighter needs gold. Some become legends by simply never giving up. Chandler isn't a champion in terms of belts, but he's a champion of spirit. And let's not forget, MMA is wild. Chandler is one knockout away from changing the whole story. That's the craziness of the UFC. One fight, one strike, one moment, and everything changes. So to the doubters, the critics, the ones who say Michael Chandler is finished, we say this: you must not know who you're talking about. This is the man who built himself step by step, from small shows to the Bellator throne to UFC mega fights. He's bled on every mat from Missouri to Madison Square Garden. And win or lose, he never broke. Michael Chandler's UFC career may be fading, but his story, that's not over yet. And maybe, just maybe, the best final chapter is still waiting to be written. Now the question is yours. Should Michael Chandler fight one more time? Or is it time for the Iron Man to hang up his gloves? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let the debate begin.